The idea that significant events or forces can take place within us during sleep or in the twilight range between sleep and waking is something that has been part of human understanding for thousands of years. In particular, dreams, a particular form of the sleep state where the consciousness is attending, and in some cases participating actively, have been explored to some depth. In modern Western psychology, the work of Freud broke ground with his study on the interpretation of dreams. Jung went further to describe what he called the collective unconscious, which holds archetypal images that are a bedrock of how we experience and understand the world and our lives. What has been clearly recognized, however, has not been clearly and adequately defined and understood. Sri Aurobindo has provided a paradigm for understanding the different parts of the being, and in particular, he has explained the subconscious as a distinct part of the being that has its own characteristics and relation to the rest of the being. The subconscious is a part of the being not generally under the direct control of the conscious mind. If we use the analogy of what we see in our focus in the external world during daytime and during nighttime, we may be able to appreciate the difference. When it is daytime, our entire view is circumscribed and focused on the world around us. We do not see, nor do we generally pay attention to, the universe beyond our planet and its ecosphere. At night, however, when we are no longer held captive within the framework of the external planetary view, we can see the stars, the planets, the moon, and understand that there is a larger reality, mostly subconscious or unconscious to our normal focus, that far exceeds and has mysteries we have not breached in our daily lives. Turning then to the subconscious part of the being in our individual lives, when the active mental awareness of our day is withdrawn into sleep, the control it exercises over what we attend to and how we respond to those things is essentially withdrawn. The subconscious acts as the repository of impressions, sensations, and all manner of suggestions and reactions that we experience in our lives, whether we consciously attend to them or not. These things are encapsulated and remain dormant until triggered, which can happen by any new impression or sensation that opens up that encapsulated impression, an input from a force or energy that is in our psychological environment, or through an undigested experience, emotion, or thought process that we carry into our sleep from our daytime lives. It is in this way that things we have actively rejected in our external lives may suddenly arise in this mostly unguarded part of our lives. Sri Aurobindo has noted below how this mechanism works and what we can do to begin to manage it. While he focuses on the control of negative impressions and experiences arising, it must be noted that there is also a very positive side to the mechanism of control he outlines. If we focus our attention before we sleep on our deeper aspiration, on prayer, on a turning of the mind and emotions to the objectives we seek to realize in our lives, this can influence the subconscious. As we flood the subconscious with these positive impressions, they can awaken and act in sleep. Many seekers report having experiences of their teachers or their guru, or some inspirational event occurring during sleep or dream, including receiving regular teachings from a guide or teacher. People also report that if they send a suggestion to their subconscious prior to sleep to work out a solution to a particular issue or concern, they frequently awaken with a new insight or understanding that helps them resolve the issue. Research into sleep learning shows that certain types of learning can be programmed to occur during sleep as well. the field is wide open, and there is an entire text on the Yoga of Sleep and Dreams, the Night School of Sadhana, compiled by Dr. Dalal from the writings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, that explores these questions at considerable length. Sri Aurobindo writes, quote, "These thoughts that attack in sleep or in the state between sleep and waking do not belong to any part of your conscious being, but come either from the subconscient or from the surrounding atmosphere through the subconscient. If they are thoughts you had in the past and have thrown out from you, then what rises must be impressions left by them in the subconscient. For all things thought, felt, or experienced leave such impressions which can rise from there in sleep. Or the thoughts can have gone out from you into the environmental consciousness, that is, an atmosphere of consciousness which we carry around us and through which we are connected with universal nature, and from there they may be trying to return upon you. As it is difficult for them to succeed in the waking state, they take advantage of the absence of conscious control in sleep and appear there. It is to be hoped that as you have rejected them, they will not come again, but if they do, then you must put a conscious will before going to sleep that they should not come. A suggestion of that kind on the subconscient is often successful, if not at once, after a time, for the subconscient learns to obey the will put upon it in the waking state." End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, Looking from Within, Chapter 5, Attitudes on the Path, pages 155 to 156.